Hello, today's game is called Salute, and it's from the Boxcar One-Eye Jack people, and it is a game that practices your multiplication and division skills. I'd like to share with you the very first book I bought from them, from the Boxcar and One-Eye Jack website. This is called All Hands on Deck, and it's filled with quite a variety of levels and skills. If you buy it, it's a lot bigger now. It's still the same book, it's just that I bought mine so long ago. For this game, you're going to need number cards. I like to use the ones that they sell. They come in little boxes like this, and you don't ever have to keep them sorted or organized in any way. You just keep them collectively in a bin. I've been using the same cards for nearly 20 years now, and I never let the students take time to deal them out to make sure that they each have the same number. That just wastes valuable learning time. I give each student a stack of cards, and then I teach them how to just kind of estimate so they get sort of equal numbers of cards. And then they can just pull out whatever cards they won't need for a particular game. In this game, you need to pull out the zeros, the box cars, which are like a free choice card. If you're using a standard deck, they would need to pull out the jokers. And you'll use cards 1 all the way to 12. The vocabulary for this game is factors and product. You'll put your students in groups of 3. You'll have 2 soldiers and a general. And the general does not need to be the student that knows his or her multiplication facts the best, because he can have tools available to him like a calculator or a multiplication chart, so that regardless of who is looking at the products, they can practice their unknown ones. So I'm going to demonstrate this game for you now, and I have 2 soldiers here to help me. I have Soldier Kendall and Soldier Higgison. They already have their cards and are ready to go, and they are going to face me as they are and wait for me to tell them salute. When I say salute, they're going to put their cards on their foreheads and just look at me, and I'm going to multiply them together to give them the product. Then they're going to turn and look at each other with the knowledge of what the product is and the knowledge of being able to see what each other has. They're going to figure out what they themselves have on their foreheads. Let's demonstrate. Soldiers, salute. 3 times 8 is 24. 24. 8. That was a tie. So I give them the opportunity to either choose to redraw or each just take their own card into their win pile, and they put their winnings in one pile all together. And you just continue with another draw like that. None of my students can beat me. Many years ago, I figured out a strategy. As soon as the product is said, I start listing out all the factors. If it's 12, immediately I go to 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4, so that those factors are in my head, and I can turn around to my opponent and tell exactly what my factor is. Now, I teach my students this strategy, but I don't think they ever use it because they're just so excited to play the game. Perhaps you and your students can figure out a strategy and share it with us in the comment section below so that we can continue to grow and learn together. I like to play up the military angle of this game. I teach my students at the end to face their general, salute, and wait for a command like dismissed or fall out, just for fun. At the beginning and the ending of my school year, I always like to ask my students to tell me where they are in their math journey. I'd like to share with you what Ben wrote at the end of a school year. He wrote, "I hated it," with 3 underlines, "but now I feel so confident." And this is one of the activities that helped to get him there. Whatever is happening in your week, I wish happiness for you. And I want you to know that you are a math person and you are enough.